So today, I took my BMW S1000RR out for a ride, but this wasn't just a regular ride. It was all about energy, thrill, speed, and a bit of craziness that turned the streets into a show. Right from the moment I rolled out, people were already watching. It's impossible not to notice this machine, the sound, the style, the sheer presence of the S1000RR. And I knew today's ride was going to be wild. As soon as I pulled the throttle and the engine roared, people around started turning heads. Some pulled out their phones, others just stood frozen, smiling or shocked. It's the kind of reaction that gives you goosebumps. There's something about this bike. When it accelerates, it grabs everyone's attention. I gave a few revs and could hear the cheers and whistles from a small group near the roadside. That's when I knew, let's do something unforgettable. I found a wide, open stretch, the perfect space for a small stunt, something to get hearts racing. I didn't go full crazy, but just enough to feel the thrill and show what this beast is made for. A few wheelies, some fast pulls, and the crowd began to grow. The way people react when they see real power combined with control is something else. They weren't just impressed, they were laughing, cheering, and a few even came over to talk about the bike. One guy literally ran alongside me at a signal just to say, "Bro, this looks like a spaceship." That made me laugh and made the whole moment more fun. I love sharing these experiences with real people, not just for the camera, but because that energy is real, raw, and unmatched. Everywhere I stopped, someone came to ask, "Which bike is this? How fast can it go? Is it hard to control?" And my favorite, "By Kitni Ki Hai?" The S1000RR is more than just a fast motorcycle. It's a statement. The way it moves, the way it sounds, the way it demands respect on the road. Everything about it makes it feel alive. And when you combine it with a little fun, it becomes a full show. I kept it safe, of course, always wearing full gear and riding responsibly. But that doesn't mean you can't enjoy and create moments that stick. As the ride continued, some funny things started happening. A group of schoolboys began mimicking the exhaust sound like vroom vroom vroom, loudly from the sidewalk. One Ani told me to ride slowly because Bachi Dar Jate Hain. That cracked me up. Another guy started pretending to ride an invisible bike behind me while running. These kinds of moments bring life to the streets. They turn a normal day into something worth remembering. One uncle even came and asked if this was some kind of movie shoot because the way people were reacting felt like a film scene. I told him, "No, uncle. This is just what happens when you ride with style and power." He smiled and gave me a thumbs up. These reactions mean a lot. It shows that even though it's just a bike ride, it brings smiles, laughter, excitement, and energy to everyone who sees it. There were a couple of places where I gently pulled the throttle and the exhaust echoed through the buildings. That sound is magical, not just loud, but sharp and aggressive, like the bike is alive and talking to the world. It made everyone stop and stare. Some people tried to capture the moment on their phones. It felt like being part of a live show, but the streets were the stage, and the S1000RR was the star. I met a few fellow bikers on the way too, and you know how it is, that respect wave, the small nod, that shared brotherhood. One of them shouted, "Motorbrother is here." And I was honestly surprised and happy that people recognized the channel on the streets. That's what keeps this passion going. When people not only enjoy the rides, but also follow and support the content, it becomes a full circle moment. And if you're watching this and loving the vibe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Seriously, if you want the latest updates about superbikes, powerful machines, and all things related to biking and tech, Motorbrother is the place for you. Whether it's thrilling stunts, crowd reactions, or just some crazy moments from the road, we've got everything coming your way. The best part is, this is just the beginning. The S1000RR has so much more to offer, and this ride was only a glimpse. Every time I take it out, something unexpected happens. That's the beauty of the biking world. It's unpredictable, exciting, and full of stories waiting to be told. And believe me, there are many more coming. I've got other superbikes lined up too, each with its own personality, each ready to make the streets come alive. But for today, this beast stole the spotlight and the crowd. So whether you're watching this for the love of speed, for the fun reactions, or just for a break from your daily routine, I hope it brought a smile to your face. Make sure you stay connected because the next video might just be even crazier. I've got ideas, I've got bikes, and I've got the passion. You just have to bring your excitement. And yes, once again, don't forget to subscribe to Motorbrother for the latest updates, honest bike content, real street moments, and some serious adrenaline. We're building a community where speed meets fun, and every ride tells a story. This isn't just a channel, it's a movement. Let's keep it going, let's ride together, and let's make every moment on two wheels unforgettable. And as I kept rolling down the streets with the S1000RR roaring beneath me, more and more people started reacting in ways that just added energy to the whole vibe. Every red light became a moment where people stared, smiled, pointed, or even shouted something funny. One guy leaned out of a rickshaw and shouted, "Bro, race karo na." And I just smiled and gave a little rev. It's these small interactions that build up the experience and make it memorable not only for me, but for the people around too. A group of delivery riders pulled up beside me and started asking about the bike. How fast it goes, how much it costs, what mileage it gives, and I gave them honest answers but kept it lighthearted. They laughed and said, "Isko kalana harjishi kabis kibat nahi." It felt nice to have that respect, but also share that moment with fellow riders who understand the passion, even if they're riding totally different machines. A little further down the road, a kid on a bicycle tried to match my speed for fun. I slowed down and rode alongside him for a few seconds, both of us laughing. These are the little stories that never get shown fully in videos, but they make up the spirit of every ride. The S1000RR isn't just a performance machine, it becomes part of the road, part of the people, and part of the chaos. When you're riding something like this, it doesn't feel like you're just commuting or just cruising. It feels like you're part of something happening in real time, something alive. I came across a spot where there was a bunch of street food stalls, and just by passing through, half the people turned around and some even clapped and shouted "woo" when they heard the bike rev. One stall guy waved his towel like a flag and laughed, and I gave him a thumbs up. That part of the ride really stuck with me because it reminded me that even though we ride for the thrill, that thrill can be shared in the simplest ways. A loud rev, a respectful nod, a smile through the helmet. All these things add up and make biking feel like more than just two wheels on the road. Somewhere in the middle of this chaotic but beautiful ride, I started thinking about how much support has come from the people watching my videos. The comments, the likes, the shares, they all fuel this journey. And that's why I always want to give back with better content, more powerful rides, more crazy reactions, and more fun-filled episodes like this one. Today, the S1000RR wasn't just my ride, it was everyone's attraction. Wherever I went, it pulled eyes and ears in its direction. The exhaust note wasn't just noise, it was a conversation with the environment. It made people stop, look, and respond in ways that no other vehicle can really do. While passing by a college gate, a group of students literally started jumping and shouting, "S1000RR." And I gave them a little pull in second gear that echoed hard across the whole road. The whole group exploded with reactions. That's the kind of real-time magic that no script or plan can replicate. It happens when you're in the moment, with the right machine, the right crowd, and the right energy. I didn't plan any of it, but the bike just becomes a magnet for moments. Even people who aren't into bikes end up reacting, because the sound and presence is just too hard to ignore. There's something about this bike that feels cinematic, like you're part of a high-budget movie scene without even trying. Somewhere along the route, I came across a group of kids playing cricket near a colony street, and when I passed slowly with the engine rumbling low, their game actually paused. They all looked at the bike, a few shouted, "Bayi IKEA bike hi yar," and I gave them a thumbs up with a quick smile. That pause, that small moment when even a local street game comes to a halt because a machine captures their attention, that's what the S1000RR does. It doesn't just ride on the road, it creates impact without saying a word. And that's what makes it legendary.